Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Every blessing from Allah is a trust, and among the greatest tests is the test of wealth. Many of us dream of achieving financial success, but few of us realize that before abundance arrives, Allah often sends powerful signs to guide and protect us. These signs are not meant to scare us. They are reminders to purify our hearts, strengthen our faith, and prepare for the responsibilities that come with prosperity. In this video, we will explore 7 powerful warnings from Allah that appear before great wealth enters a believer's life. Understanding these warnings can help you recognize divine guidance, avoid common mistakes, and ensure that your future blessings become a source of goodness, not harm. Stay tuned as we uncover each sign and learn how to align our actions with Allah's will so that wealth becomes a means to earn His pleasure. 1. Test of gratitude. One of the first and most subtle warnings Allah gives before granting great wealth is the test of gratitude. This test often appears as small blessings, unexpected opportunities, or minor improvements in your life. These are not random events. They are signs from Allah to see how you respond to His favor. When you receive these smaller provisions, your heart is observed. Will you acknowledge that they come from Him, or will you attribute them to your own effort and ability? Gratitude in Islam is not just saying Alhamdulillah with your tongue, but also showing it through your actions. It means using what you already have in a lawful, responsible, and generous way. Many people fail this test by complaining, being wasteful, or feeling entitled, which can delay or block larger blessings. On the other hand, when you truly appreciate and wisely use small gifts, Allah increases them, as promised in the Quran. If you are grateful, I will surely increase you. This increase can be in wealth, peace, or opportunities. The test of gratitude is therefore a divine filter, a way for Allah to prepare your heart for bigger responsibilities and ensure that when greater wealth arrives, it becomes a source of blessing, not destruction. 2. Reminder of patience. Another clear warning Allah gives before bestowing great wealth is the reminder of patience. This stage often comes through delays, obstacles, or unexpected hardships just when you feel close to a breakthrough. These moments are not meant to break you, but to build you. Patience, sabr, in Islam, is more than just waiting. It is the ability to stay steadfast in faith, maintain good character, and continue doing what is right, even when results seem far away. Through these trials, Allah shapes your inner strength, self-control, and trust in His timing. Wealth brings responsibilities, pressures, and sometimes envy from others. And without patience, a person can quickly fall into rash decisions or misuse their blessings. By enduring difficulties before wealth arrives, you develop resilience, humility, and reliance on Allah rather than on money itself. This phase also trains you to handle future setbacks with grace, ensuring that when abundance finally comes, it does not make you impatient, arrogant, or ungrateful. In short, the reminder of patience is like spiritual training, a necessary preparation so that when wealth does arrive, you are strong enough to manage it with balance, gratitude, and wisdom. 3. Avoidance of arrogance. Another important warning Allah gives before granting great wealth is the call to avoid arrogance. This warning often comes as subtle reminders about humility, perhaps through seeing the downfall of arrogant people or experiencing situations that show how powerless we truly are. Arrogance in Islam is not only pride in one's achievements, but also the belief that success and provision come solely from personal effort. This mindset blinds a person to Allah's mercy and leads to misuse of blessings. When wealth is near, Allah may send situations that humble you, such as needing help from others or being reminded of your own past struggles, so your heart remains soft. These moments teach you that wealth is a trust, not a sign of superiority. Humility also protects you from treating others unjustly or belittling those with less. Without this warning, great wealth can become a test that destroys character, relationships, and faith. By embracing humility before wealth arrives, you safeguard your soul from pride and develop the ability to handle success responsibly. True honor lies in recognizing that everything you have is from Allah, and the more He gives you, the more your gratitude and humility should grow. 4. Call to purify intentions. Before great wealth arrives, Allah often calls a person to purify their intentions. This purification happens when you begin to question why you are striving for wealth and how you plan to use it. You may notice reminders in your conscience, Islamic teachings, or even in life events that force you to examine your true motives. Are you seeking wealth to serve your ego, compete with others, or show off? Or do you want to support your family, uplift your community, and earn Allah's pleasure? This self-reflection is not a coincidence. It is part of the divine preparation process. When intentions are unclear or tainted, wealth can quickly become a source of distraction and harm. But when your goals are sincerely aligned with halal means and noble purposes, Allah places barakah, blessing, in your earnings. Purifying intentions also protects you from unethical shortcuts, because you remember that how you earn matters as much as how much you earn. This inner cleansing shapes your mindset so that when wealth finally arrives, it strengthens your faith instead of weakening it. In essence, Allah's call to purify intentions is an opportunity to set a righteous foundation so that abundance becomes a tool for good, not a trap. 5. Increased opportunities for charity. Another powerful warning before great wealth arrives is that Allah begins to give you increased opportunities for charity. These opportunities may appear in the form of a needy relative, a struggling neighbor, a community project, or a sudden appeal for support. At first, the amounts may seem small, but the purpose is to train your heart to give without hesitation. This stage is not about how much you give, but about whether you are willing to share even when your own resources feel limited. By responding generously, you prove that your love for Allah outweighs your attachment to material possessions. Each act of giving also purifies your existing income and clears away spiritual obstacles that can block future blessings. People who ignore these opportunities often find their hearts harden, making it harder to be generous once abundance comes. On the other hand, those who develop the habit of giving early receive wealth with humility and a sense of responsibility. This process turns charity from a burden into a joy and builds the mindset needed to handle larger sums honorably. In essence, these early invitations to give are Allah's way of preparing you to use future wealth as a tool for goodness rather than self-indulgence. 6. Trials of obedience. Before great wealth is granted, Allah often places a person in situations that test their obedience to His commands. These trials may appear as tempting but questionable opportunities, shortcuts to quick profit, or invitations to compromise your principles for material gain. They are not random. They are deliberate tests to see whether you will remain firm on the lawful path or be swayed by convenience and greed. In these moments, your true values are revealed. Choosing obedience may feel slower or harder, but it strengthens your moral backbone and protects your faith. Wealth earned through integrity carries barakah, while wealth gained through disobedience becomes a burden rather than a blessing. These trials also help you learn self-discipline, because once abundance comes, you will face even bigger ethical decisions. Passing these tests shows Allah that you are trustworthy with what He plans to give you. Failing them can delay or even remove the blessing altogether. Seeing these experiences as spiritual training changes your perspective. Instead of frustration, you feel gratitude for the chance to prove your loyalty. In essence, trials of obedience refine your character so that when wealth arrives, it does not lead you into actions that displease Allah. 7. Reminder of accountability. A final and profound warning Allah gives before granting great wealth is the reminder of accountability. As a person draws closer to abundance, they may start to encounter verses, hadiths, or life events that highlight the weight of responsibility tied to their resources. This reminder often comes through witnessing examples of people who misused their blessings and suffered the consequences, or through inner reflections that make you more aware of the Day of Judgment. Wealth in Islam is an amana, a trust, and every dinar and dirham will be questioned, how it was earned and how it was spent. Recognizing this accountability early keeps your heart alert and your actions deliberate. It motivates you to plan for lawful earnings, responsible spending, and sincere acts of generosity. It also develops a mindset of stewardship rather than ownership, so wealth becomes a tool for service rather than a source of pride. When you internalize this sense of accountability before riches arrive, you're less likely to be consumed by greed or misuse. Instead, you view every blessing as an opportunity to gain Allah's pleasure. This constant awareness transforms wealth from a risky test into a means of spiritual growth and lasting reward. Alhamdulillah, we've explored 7 powerful warnings from Allah that prepare us for the test of wealth. When we recognize these signs and respond with gratitude, patience, humility, and sincere intentions, our blessings turn into a means of reward rather than a source of harm. At Purpose Deen, our goal is to remind each other of Allah's guidance in every stage of life. If you found this video beneficial, please like, share, and subscribe to support our work. Comment below with this positive prayer. May Allah bless us with halal wealth and the wisdom to use it righteously.